17.
Since then, the overall prize in the Championship League, as well as £10,000, is entry to the Champion of Champions event. But these two very this year proud competitors, Coventry. Of course, these two have already qualified. Sort of match this. They always want to beat the other Champion of Champions, wherever they are, whether at the Crucible, and they played in a final there. The UK Championship as well. Here since then in Coventry, where there's no audience in the actual playing arena, it's still they want to win. Those sort of animals. But these two very and Higgins knows this is a very good chance to win the opening frame. Sort of match this. They always want to beat the other, wherever they are, whether at the Crucible, and they played in a final there, or here in Coventry, where there's no audience in the actual playing arena. It's still they want to win. Those sort of animals. And Higgins knows this is a very good chance to win the opening frame.
31.
Well, just wasn't on the red, so he's had to play safe. Bit of a reprieve that for Selby, but Higgins only scored 31. Well, just wasn't on the red, so he's had to play safe. Bit of a reprieve that for Selby, but Higgins only scored 31. Well, Selby is not catching these very well, and it looks like he's got away with that. Caught it too thin, it's caught the knuckle of the middle pocket, but could have finished, I think, a lot worse. Well, Selby is not catching these very well, and it looks like he's got away with that. Caught it too thin, it's caught the knuckle of the middle pocket, but could have finished, I think, a lot worse. Now he needs some cover with the yellow, and he's got it. Boy, has he got it. He's covered everything. I was specifically talking about the red near the left corner, but John Higgins very happy to see the cue ball finish there. Now he needs some cover with the yellow, and he's got it. Boy, has he got it. He's covered everything. I was specifically talking about the red near the left corner, but John Higgins very happy to see the cue ball finish there.
Foul, miss. John Higgins 4.
Well, better to miss it than to go round it and leave it on.
Mark. John. Foul, miss. John Higgins 4.
Well, better to miss it than to go round it and leave it on.
Foul, miss.
Incredible. Done the exact same thing again.
Foul, miss.
Incredible. Done the exact same thing again. Third time lucky. Yeah, great shot. Much preferable for Selby to give away 8 points than to, as I say, leave the red on for Higgins, who already has a useful lead in the frame. Yeah, great shot. Two such great match players. And this will be a hard-fought contest for Selby. There might be some big breaks as well, but to, as I say, not going to surrender easy chances. Already has a useful lead in the frame. These two such great match players. And this will be a hard-fought contest, I think. There might be some big breaks as well, but they're not going to surrender easy chances. Well, a bit thin and a bit pacey. Just a question of whether Selby can get through to one of these reds to the left corner. Well, the one nearest the blue, as you can see, definitely pots. Well, a bit thin. So Mark Selby in the final. Just a question of whether Selby can get through. Chance to get going. Lost position to the left corner. Well, the one nearest the blue, as you can see, definitely pots.
One.
So Mark Selby in the final. John Higgins already has had a chance to get going, lost position.
Six. Seven. Six. Seven. 12. 13. 12. 13. 19.
Closed out the match with Bingham with the sort of typical kind of Selby frame. He dominated the safety exchange, then he made a big break. He's got both sides of the game, as does Higgins, of course.
20.
Cue ball just come to rest slightly awkwardly here. Closed out. You're still fancying for the blue. Bingham with got reds to go at here. Sort of typical kind of Selby frame. He dominated the safety exchange, then he made a big break. He's got both sides of the game, as does Higgins, of course.
20.
Well, fancied him for it. He didn't spot it. Rest slightly awkwardly. That's a surprise, really. But you're still fancying for the blue. Previous shot, he just flicked off a red and it sent the cue ball close to the side cushion. This was the blue he was left with, and it didn't go in. Well, fancied him for it, but he didn't pot it. That's a surprise, really. Previous shot, he just flicked off a red and it sent the cue ball close to the side cushion. I wonder if that was a kick. It didn't sound great, the contact, and it didn't go in. Selby's not having anything cleaned, but let's see it again. No, I'm not sure. Either way, it's not gone in. Ooh. Well, I wonder if that was a kick. It didn't sound great, the contact. Have great respect for the other. Selby's not having anything cleaned, but had a lot of matches in a lot of big tournaments just this season. Sure. They played either way. It's quarterfinals of the UK Championship. Selby won 6-5. It was a thriller, real high quality match. Just a few nerves. Obviously, both players have great respect for the other. Tough match as well, hard fought. Had a lot of matches in a lot of big tournaments. This is only best of 5, but they played a bit of hard fought. The UK Championship. Selby won 6-5. It was a thriller, real high quality match.
3.
And a tough match as well, hard fought. Of course, this is only best of 5, but it'll be every bit as hard fought, I'm sure.
3. 4. 4.
Well, it was slightly awkward. The red's just under his body, and
Mark Selby 4.
I think that contributed definitely to him missing the green. So, bit of an uncertain start to this final. It's the green he missed. Higgins relieved to come back to the table, still in front by 15 points. Well, it was slightly awkward. The red's just under his body, and
Mark Selby 4.
I think that contributed definitely to him missing the green. So, bit of an uncertain start to this final. It's the green he missed. Higgins relieved to come back to the table, still in front by 15 points.
Well, 7. 8. 7. 8.
So Higgins 29 in front. He needs red colour red. This red's not the problem though. It's the next one. He's going to have to disturb something. So Higgins 29 in front. He needs red colour red. This red's not the problem though. It's the next one. He's going to have to disturb something.
15.
Well,
brown ball.
He's going to have to be safe. Did he put the brown safe?
Thanks, sir.
Force Selby into opening the reds up.
15. John Higgins 15.
Higgins 30 in front. Well,
brown
so Selby knows that red put the brown
pink,
safe,
red and a blue.
Force Selby into opening the snooker if Higgins were to pot that. So
John Higgins
care
15.
required here. Higgins 30 in front. So Selby knows that red and pink, red and blue, either way, he'd need a snooker if Higgins were to pot that. So care required here. Played it well. Higgins trying to get in behind the green, didn't quite get there though. Higgins trying to get in behind the green, didn't quite get there though. Well, a full-blooded attempt from Selby, but at least a twofold really. He's got the red safe and he's actually developed the black as well, which is in his favour because he's 30 behind. Main thing though, get the red safe. Well, a full-blooded attempt from Selby, but at least a twofold really. He's got the red safe and he's actually developed the black as well, which is in his favour because he's 30 behind. Main thing though, get the red safe.
One.
Well, that certainly is going to help Mark Selby's cause. Now then, could bring the brown into play. See the red going in again. Could try and pop the green and get on the red. Could snooker Higgins. It's all sorts of choices. Looks like he's taking well. It's going to help Mark Selby's cause. Now then, he's thinking of taking the green on and trying to dislodge the red from the cushion. Play. See the red going in again. Attacking shot this. Try and pop the green and get on the red. Could snooker Higgins. It's all sorts of choices. Looks like he's taking well. In fact, he played it behind it, which is just as good because he's on taking the green on and trying to dislodge the red from the cushion. Attacking shot this. In fact, he played it behind it, which is just as good because he's on it. But hasn't potted it.
Thanks, Mark. Thank you. Right, Selby 4.
But hasn't potted it.
Thanks, Mark. Thank you. Right, Selby 4.
Well, Higgins needed the red and the colour, but he's got second prize. Well, Higgins needed the red and the colour, but he's got second prize.
Thanks, Mark. Thank you. Foul and a miss. John Higgins 4.
Nearly hit the pink there. That would have been trouble. He's 30 in it already, so can only afford to miss it one more time. Not Selby. Otherwise he needs a snooker.
John Higgins 4. Mark. Sorry.
Nearly hit the pink there. That would have been trouble. He's 30 in it already, so can only afford to miss it one more time, not Selby. Otherwise he needs a snooker. It looks about right.
Mark. Sorry. More this way, you think? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because they can't see this screen, but it's about right.
Okay, John. Yeah.
It looks about right. Adjustment needed by Mark Selby.
More this way, you think? Yeah.
Because they can't see this screen, but nearly potted it actually. Good hit that.
Right. Okay, John. Yeah.
Adjustment needed by Mark Selby. Oh, nearly potted it actually. Good hit that.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks.
Looks a great shot. He's got what appears to be a full ball snooker behind the pink and the full length of the table between them. Keeping his foot on Mark Selby's throat.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks.
Looks a great shot. He's got what appears to be a full ball snooker behind the pink and now he can only tie. It may be a free ball though. Yeah, it is. So he could take keeping his foot yellow as a red Selby's throat. And that means Selby needs a snooker if this yellow goes in.
Yellow ball.
Well, now he can only tie. It may be a free ball though. Yeah, it is. So he could take the yellow so with the blue to follow. And John Higgins in a very strong position in this frame. It's going to be two snookers with the blue. Ball. So with the blue to follow, John Higgins in a very strong position in this frame. It's going to be two snookers. With the blue. Very nicely played as well, because he knows he's got to pot this red to stop Selby coming back.
Seven frame. John Higgins.
And Selby has indeed conceded. So quite a lengthy start to the match. Nicely played opening frame, but he knows he's got to pot John Higgins. Once he got in front, coming back, he was able to just close it down, and that's what he did. He didn't really offer Selby too many chances, and John Higgins leads the final.
Seven frame. John Higgins.
And Selby has indeed conceded. So quite a lengthy start to the match tomorrow. Opening frame, Thursday. John Higgins, once he got in front, we'll be seeing. He was able to Dave Gilbert's down, and that's what he did. He didn't really offer Selby, Hawkins chances, and John Higgins leads the final. Ryan Day, and then one of these two, either Mark Selby to nil. John Higgins. Winners group tomorrow and Thursday. Just to recap the players we'll be seeing, we've got Dave Gilbert, Anthony McGill, conversation about something as Rob Spencer, the referee, Barry Hawkins sets them up again. Judd Trump, Ryan Day, and then one of these two, either Mark Selby, best of 5, first to 3. Will earn their place in the winners group. Having a conversation about something as Rob Spencer, John Higgins leads Mark Selby 1-0 up again. Best of 5, first to 3. Will earn their place in the winners group.
Second frame. Mark Selby to break.
John Higgins leads Mark Selby 1-0.
Second frame. Mark Selby to break.
These two master tacticians, great safety players. And you can sort of tell it's a final. I think if you were just watching this idly, you'd probably realise that it's important. Obviously, in the group phase, you can't afford to lose a couple of matches. Selby lost 3. Tacticians, great safety players. This is straight knockout now. It's where it gets really serious. And you can sort of tell it's a final. I think if you were just watching this idly, you'd probably realise that it's important. Obviously, in the group phase, you can't afford to lose a couple of matches. Selby lost 3. But this is straight knockout now. It's where it gets really serious.
Well, one is all he'll get for that. Just got to play safe again.
Yellow ball.
Selby is a very patient player. We saw how patient at the start of the decider with Stuart Bingham. Well, waited for a chance. This was a good pot, but didn't get on a colour. Play safe again.
Yellow ball.
Selby is a very patient player. We saw how patient at the start of the decider with Stuart Bingham. Just waited for a chance. This was a good pot, but didn't get on a colour. That's some pot. It really is. A great pot from Higgins. Quite an acute angle, but it didn't touch the size, did it? And also he was queuing over the brown, which made it all the tougher, but he knocked it in. Now this is another key shot. A great pot the greens. Get on a red to try and keep the break going. Quite an acute angle, but it didn't touch the size, did it? And also he's queuing over the brown, which made it it's not great. All the tougher, but he knocked it in. Now then this is another key shot. For pot the green, get on a red to try and keep the break going. Needed that cue ball to stop, but it didn't. It kept running. So back to the safety. Danger here. This could nestle in amongst them all. Yeah, it's not great.
4.
Just landed in amongst them.
John Higgins 4.
Needed that cue ball to stop, but it didn't. It kept running. So back to the safety.
John Higgins 4.
looks like this red does cut, and he's knocked it in. Another good pot. A couple of kisses, and well, could take. He's looking at the black. He's looking at the brown. Well, looks like this red does cut. These are the couple of kisses he got. Black is on. He's taking it. Well, he's taking the black on. Could take. He's looking at the black. He's looking at the brown. Gets it back on its spot. These are the couple of kisses he got. John Higgins already a frame in front, and now a chance to get scoring going at the start of frame 2. And another extended bout of safety. Gets it back on its spot. John Higgins already a frame in front, and now a chance to Higgins get scoring 10 minutes, get going at the start of the semi-final, just to collect his thoughts. Another extended bout of final. Selby only finished a few minutes before him. Rob Spencer, the referee, did allow Higgins just 10 minutes after his semi-final, just to collect his thoughts before the final. Selby only finished a few minutes before him.
Thanks, John. Thank you. 9, 16. 17. 16. 17. 24. 25, 24.
Black puts him 35 in front, and he won't mind that the colour of awkward reds, the yellows awkward as well. He won't mind that, because if he keeps potting, he won't need any of those.
32.
He can win the frame with the loose reds. Black puts him 35 in front. Does help having the black, and he won't mind that the colour of awkward reds, the yellows
33.
awkward as well. He won't mind that, because if he keeps potting, he won't need any of those.
32.
He can win the frame with the loose reds. Does help having the black on its spot.
33. 40. 41. 40. 41. 48. 49. 48.
So the black puts him 59 in front. Realistically, then it's 2 more reds he needs.
49.
So the black puts him 59 in front. Realistically, then it's 2 more reds. He did the black first. That'll annoy him That'll really annoy him.
John Higgins 49.
So 49, he leads by 52. There's still 75 on, albeit a tough table. But Mark Selby would rather a tough table than be sat watching John Higgins knocking him in. Needed the black first. That'll annoy him. That'll really annoy him.
John Higgins 49.
So 49, he leads by 52. There's still 75 on, albeit a tough table. But Mark Selby would rather a tough table than be sat watching John Higgins knocking him in.
One. 8. 8. 9.
So work to be done, but as I say, at least Selby is actually back at the table. Wow. How long did that black take to decide to drop? As I say, at least Selby had a real think about it. He's out of position.
16.
But look at this. And then finally dropped. Wow. How long did that black take to decide to drop? Had a real think about it. He's out of position.
16.
But look at this. And then finally dropped.
Mark Selby 16.
So 36 points the difference, 59 available.
Mark Selby 16.
So 36 points the difference, 59 available. They share one thing in common, these two. They're both very good closers of the shop, so when they get a lead, they're good at protecting it. Higgins did that in the first frame. He's looking to do it again here. But also what they share is they're both great dishers up. They're both great makers of clearances. In common, these two, as this cue ball heads towards the pocket, very good closers of the shop. So when they get a lead, that's a blow. He was trying to leave that awkward, but may just tempt Higgins into taking a pot on the first frame. John Higgins 40 in front. To do it again here. But also what they share is they're both great dishers up. They're both great makers of clearances. As this cue ball heads safe on the left side cushion, the yellow's awkward, so that's a blow. He was trying to leave that awkward, but he may just tempt Higgins into taking a pot on now. John Higgins 40 in front. got a red safe on the left side cushion, the yellow's awkward, so he's holding the cards here with that 40-point lead.
One.
Lovely pot. Struck that so sweetly. Worth seeing again. Leads by 48.
One.
Lovely pot. Struck that so sweetly. So this red
8.
effectively for a 2-0 lead. Worth seeing again. It's a great pot, but he got the chance to knock it in because Mark Selby went in off. It was 48. Bit of an error from Selby, that. He's trying to leave the cue ball awkward, but so this red
8.
effectively for a 2-0 lead. Take the red on, and he's knocked it in and extends his lead in this final. It's a great pot, but he got the chance to knock it in because Mark Selby went in off. It was a bit of an error from Selby, that. He's trying to leave the cue ball awkward, but
12.
gave Higgins the chance to take the red on, and he's knocked it in and extends his lead in this final.
13. $12. 13. 20. John Higgins 20.
So John Higgins then has done the damage, and he leads 2-0, and he's one away from joining the winners group of the Championship League. Mark Selby has it all to do. Of course, he had to beat Higgins in the last of the group matches just to stay in the competition. He did that 3-1 this afternoon.
John Higgins 20.
So John Higgins then has done the damage, and he leads 2-0, and he's one away
the final
from joining the winners group
final
of
of
the
the
Championship
League.
League. Dominant. He's taken the
Selby
lead in both
has
frames.
it all to do.
Of course, he had to beat Higgins in the last of the group matches just to stay in the competition.
Selby, as he waits for Higgins to
this
return, with a bit to think about.
But a rather different feeling to that match. Of course, Higgins had already qualified. This is the final, and in the final it's Higgins who's been dominant. He's taken the lead in both frames, and then he's managed to get over the line in both frames. So Mark Selby, as he waits for Higgins to return, 7 players, it's more money, but it's a league format, and again the top 4 contest the playoffs Thursday evening before we find the eventual winner. And it's the 10th staging of the Championship League. Of course, the first tier, the winners group, it's the same format, the 7 players, it's more money. But it's a league format, and again the top 4. Tough event to win. You've got to win a lot of matches and play a lot of snooker. Ryan Day has been in 6 groups already, and it's the 10th staging. And of course, will be league with us for the last one. Of course, the first tier tomorrow and Thursday. Will John Higgins be here? Well, he's in a good position. Tough event to win. You've got to win a lot of matches and play a lot of snooker. Ryan Day has been in 6 groups already from the 7 played, and of course will be with us for the last one tomorrow and Thursday. Will John Higgins be here? Well, he's in a good position. 2-0 up, needing 1 more for victory. So Higgins back, and needing 1 more to, as I say, clinch his place in the winners group. He's played 2 good frames overall, no big breaks, but he's got the lead in both of them, and then he's managed to control it and get over the line both times. Let's see if Selby, so Higgins back, getting first in this one, 1 more to, as I say, put something together himself. I think he needs to. He's being slightly outplayed in the safety stakes, so he's played 2 good frames overall, no big breaks, but he's got the lead in both of them, and then he's managed to control it and get over the line both times. Let's see if Selby can get in first in this one and start to put something together himself. I think he needs to. He's being slightly outplayed in the safety stakes, so if he can get in, he's really got to make something of it. So it's another chance for Higgins. I was saying Selby was looking to get in, but John Higgins with the first real chance in this frame. Yes, he's been potting a lot of those, and well, he's got two for the price of one, but the main thing is the cannon. So it's another chance kept him on the black. Higgins, I was saying Selby nicely played in, but John Higgins with the first real chance in this frame. Yes, he's been potting a lot of those, and well, he's got two for the price of one, but the main thing is the cannon has kept him on the black. So nicely played. So his first chance in the frame he needs to win to put this final away. He was embroiled in that lengthy semi-final with Michael Holt, which he finally won on the pink after being behind in the decider. He beat 2-0 up, Holt going back. So his first chance, John Higgins here. The frame he needs to win to, I saw from before, this final away. Was impressive at the finish. Embroiled in that lengthy semi-final with Michael Holt, which he finally won on the pink after being behind in the decider. He beat 2-0 up, Holt going back, but John Higgins here, I saw from before, was impressive at the finish.
Cheers, John. Thank you. 10. Cheers, John. Thank you.
Well, a good pot on the red. He's going to need another on the black here. Battling to get back into prime position, but that was a good pot on the red. He's going to need another on the black here.
17.
Just battling to get back into prime position, but that was a good pot.
17.
As was 18. That. But again, it's just not ideal. He's come to rest on the side cushion. It's hard when you lose ideal position to rediscover it. It's 45 years to the day since another Higgins, Alex Higgins, won the 1972 World Championship. As 10 years later against Jimmy White, but again, it's just not match-saving clearance in their semi-final. Come to rest on the side cushion. It's hard when you lose ideal position to balls. Rediscover it. It's 45 years to the day since one of the reasons it's regarded as such a great break is because he wasn't in 72 World Championship very much, but he kept going. 10 years later against Jimmy White, he made that knowing that if he missed, he'd be out the World Championship in their semi-final match. He won the 69 break where he just kept potting brilliant balls. And one of the reasons it's regarded as such a great break is because he wasn't in ideal position very much, but he kept going.
23.
Knowing that if he missed, he'd be out the World Championship.
Yeah, sure.
He won the match, he won the tournament. These are all good pots. And now he is nicely on the blue.
24.
And he's a couple of shots away from opening the pack, and that could be end of match if that goes right.
29.
These are all good pots. And now he is nicely on the blue. And he's a couple of shots away from opening the pack, and that could be end of match if that goes right.
30. 29. 30.
So this looks like the last loose red. As I say, he's going to, a couple of shots time, have to give the pack some attention.
$36.
So this looks like the last loose red. As I say, he's going to, a couple of shots time, have to give the pack some attention.
$37.
So this is the shot which could well decide whether Higgins
36.
wins 3-0. If that red
37.
stops. So this is the shot which could well decide whether Higgins
has
just 3-0.
Well,
It makes a big difference. If that had dropped in,
44.
it's end of break. Okay, Mark Selby wouldn't have been on a pot, but still it keeps Higgins out. But as it is, he's still going. 44 to the good. Well, if that red stops, he'll be okay, and it has just. Well, it makes a big difference. If that had dropped in,
44.
it's end of break. Okay, Mark Selby would like an angle on the blue, but he's come too far.
Higgins out,
But as it
looking
is,
to
he's
get
still
back
going.
into
The
the
pack
pack
now.
now,
It's just
which
a
is
question of whether anything actually pots, whether he can. He's looking maybe at the pink, but it's going to be tough to continue from here. Keeble just kept on running. He's got the blue, but he's come too far. Blue now. He's looking to get back into the pack now. It's just a question of whether anything actually pots, whether he can. He's looking maybe at the pink, but it's going to be tough to continue
50.
from here. Keeble just kept on running. He's got very little angle at all on the blue now, but wanted to be the other side of it. Well, he's
51.
potted some balls, hasn't he, in this break to keep it going. That's another one. I'm not sure, though, that
50.
any of the reds pot now, so as we see this again, worth seeing again. It was a good pot once more, but again, he's got to disturb something here.
Rumble.
Off the brown. Well, he's
51.
quite a big target.
Balls,
This
isn't
is
he, in
6
this
reds
break to
there.
keep it going.
That's another one. Just needs to get on one and he should win. I'm not sure, though, that he's hit the well now, so as we see this again, he has left himself a chance to the middle once more, but again, he's got to. It's missable, but some of the balls he's knocked in the frame, you sort of fancy him. Quite a big target. This is 6 reds there. Just needs to get on one and he should win. He's hit the well. And he has left himself a chance to the middle. But he's not potted it. Missable, but a lifeline for Selby. Great 55 that from Higgins. But there's still 75 on. And crucially, of course, now he's opened them up. They all pot. So, as I was saying, they're both great makers of clearances. Let's see if Mark Selby can make this one. Nothing that safe, really. Just one red towards the lifeline for Selby. Great 55 that from Higgins. But there's still 75 on. And crucially, of course, now he's opened them up. They all pot. So, as I was saying, they're both great makers of clearances. Let's see if Mark Selby can make this one. Nothing that safe, really. Just one red towards the right side cushion.
1. $6. 6. Yeah, sure. 7.
Well, he's on the green or the yellow, not the blue, which is what he played for.
Yeah, sure. 7.
Well, he's on the green or the yellow, not the blue, which is what he played for.
$10. 11.
So it's looking likely that the red that he's just
10.
bridging over now, near the right side cushion, is going to be the key ball for him to win his first frame.
11.
So it's looking likely that the red that he's just waiting over now
chair
near the right side cushion is going to be the key ball for him to win his first frame.
90. 18.
Higgins just waiting in that chair.
$90. 26.
29 behind. Trying to move this red, but he's actually pushed it even safer. Oh dear, that's gone wrong.
27. 26.
It was a bold attempt, but it's gone wrong. Trying to move this red, but he's actually pushed it even safer. Oh dear, that's gone wrong.
27.
It was a bold attempt, but it's
Max
gone
over
wrong.
27.
So it's 28 in it. John Higgins, the man in front, just needs the red, which he's currently snookered on.
Thanks, Mark. Max over 27.
So it's 28 in it. John Higgins, the man in front, just needs the red, which he's currently snookered on. Great touch. Really good touch. Great touch. Really good touch. The red is the only safe ball, so even though Selby's behind by 28 points, if he gets a chance to pot it, he becomes favourite to win the frame. Higgins just needing the red, of course. The red is the only safe ball, so even though Selby's behind, don't tell me he's fluked it. Points, if he gets a chance to pot it, he becomes favourite to win the frame. That would have been a rather cruel ending for Mark Selby. Now then, if he can see it, as I say, he becomes favourite. If he pots this, gets on a colour, you fancy him to clear up. Don't tell me he's fluked it. Don't tell me he's fluked it. Oh, it stays out. Well, I think he's going. That would have been a rather cruel ending for Mark Selby. Now then, if he can see it, as I say, he's going direct. He's knocked it in direct. Pots this, gets on a colour, you fancy him to clear up. 27 behind. He's got to pot something really, otherwise he can only tie. So this next pot is a pressure ball. I think he's going cushion first here. No, he's going direct. Brown. He's knocked it in direct.
What?
And he's got to pot it. 27 behind. He's got to pot something really, otherwise he can only tie. So this next pot is a pressure ball. That's a great pot. Had to get it, and he has. Brown. And surely now he's going to make it 2-1. He's got to pot it.
5.
John Higgins very nearly fluked that last red for victory. Just wonder if this is where the match turns. That's a great pot. Had to get it, and he has. And surely now he's going to make it 2-1.
5.
John Higgins very nearly fluked that last red
10.
for victory. Just wonder if this is where the match turns.
$14. 10. $19.
Little springy.
14.
With a pink. He needs pink and black. You'd expect him to pot them, but suddenly he needs the rest, and suddenly there's a bit more pressure on the shot than there could have been.
19.
Little springy. With a pink. He needs pink and black. Wow. You'd expect him to pot them, but quite a distance away, and suddenly
Max
there's a bit
Selby,
more
19.
pressure on the shot. John Higgins just needs the pink. He's had easier balls than this in his career, but this was the miss. It seemed to spring off the top cushion, that cue ball. It left him with a tougher pink than was quite a distance away, and he did
Max
miss
Selby,
it.
19.
John Higgins just needs the pink. John Higgins has knocked it in. Nothing lucky about that. That was a great pot. And John Higgins wins Group 7 of the Championship League. So the 4 times world champion once again showing his class. It's something about Coventry with John Higgins. Of course, he won the Champion of Champions this season, and he has a chance to win the Championship League as well. He's into the winners group. Nothing lucky about that. 6 other group winners. And John Higgins wins Group 7 of the Championship League. John Higgins the winner. So the 4 times it's going to be fascinating over the next couple of days to see something about Coventry with John Higgins. Of course, he won the Champion of Champions this season, and he has a chance to win the Championship League as well. He's into the winners group with the 6 other group winners. A valiant effort from Mark Selby, but it's John Higgins the winner, and it's going to be fascinating over the next couple of days to see who comes through and who wins this title. Higgins certainly